Esteemed humans, I'm here to apologize for my kind's reckless behavior on yours. You tend to define the harassment by the scum of our society as supernatural and scary, completely irrational, albeit non-material beings. Let me explain why a brief summary of human and post-human evolution. Until about 70,000 years ago, a billion years of my time of origin, Homo sapiens were nothing but insignificant apes roaming East African savanna. But one day a little error was made while the sperm was matched and spit into coat up with an egg. We call that error the cognitive revolution. The error changed only the wiring of the sapiens' brain, namely, it made the brain more flexible. Using its newly gained mental flexibility, sapiens adapted malleably to any new condition. Over evolution, humans only passed down the tools from their ancestors. But the breed of the humans could invent new tools that helped them conquer the planet in a matter of a few millennia. Note that the new breed of humans, basically anybody who's capable of reading this, have extremely different dreams, ambitious and sorrows than their ancestors. Those new thoughts were so deep that a human born before the cognitive revolution had no hope of understanding them. In short, if you were trying to explain the Bible or the theory of relativity to someone before the revolution, they wouldn't even be able to understand the basic concept of God or time. Next came the... What? No, just... I don't know, pepperoni. Just order something, I don't care. Like... I don't give a fuck. You're fine, Chinese. Fine. No, do not, no. Spring roll. Next came the agricultural revolution. Humans who had previously hunted and gathered across the globe humans who'd basically hunted and gathered across the globe and fit somewhere in the middle of the food chain learned the absolute basics of biotechnology. They could feed themselves by growing crops. This way they could lead sedentary lives. They had more time to sit and think. It didn't take the tribes who could raise crops to subjugate hunter-gatherers by sheer numbers. In turn, this allowed religion and empires to flourish. These primitive structures would take some of the crop yield. In exchange, they would provide security, physical and psychological. A problem with the kings and priests was that they blindly assumed they knew everything there is to know about the world. But a series of unfortunate / unexpected events, such as the Black Death or the discovery of America, caused several folks from Europe to leave that assumption aside, which led to the admittance of ignorance and the will to learn the truth. This is known as the scientific revolution. In the wink of an eye, approximately 550 years between the 1500s and 2050s, this revolution led to a chain of technological events that ended with the singularity. To explain the singularity, we must first explain the first few generations of Homo sapiens. In fact, you are one of them. You have hit your biological limitations. In other words, your technology has become so advanced that your old-fashioned organic bodies cannot keep up. Think about it. The human lifespan is stuck at around 80 years. Computers process information faster than your brain can perceive the result. The next logical step for your generation is to evolve beyond biology altogether. And your I don't know that word. Essers have done just that. This brings mankind to the singularity, also known as the second cognitive revolution. This revolution came about when our ancestors replaced their organic brains with supercomputer arrays. Along with the organic brain, almost every human emotion was forgotten, only to be replaced by deeper and more complex ones. Do not try to understand them. It's the exact same situation as the sapiens before the first cognitive revolution. You should only know that our cybernetic ancestors have managed to colonize and subjugate the Milky Way and many other galaxies. We were feared overlords of the considerable part of the universe, but even then they had to give way to the final stage of revolution. The transcendence. This last generation of cybernetics was able to bend and reshape all the 10 dimensions of the universe at their own will, but they were themselves combined into a physical body. So your organic bodies cannot keep up with your technology, the physical bodies cannot keep up with their abilities. So using technology to subjugate, we didn't understand, they began to believe in the series of reasons. We gave the ability at the time and space. We do not even perceive the universe as a continuum. We just see 10-dimensional shape in which we can travel freely. We'd essentially become gods. You may think that transcendental evolution also meant absolute moral evolution, but you're unfortunately wrong. Some of the scum of our godly society who arrogantly think they have the right to kill or torture beings of lower evolutionary state have been harassing you. Almost every mythical creature that unleashes fear in your heart, such are rejects from our society. We promise to do everything we can to catch and execute those rascally bandits, and we apologize to the species on behalf of their reckless behavior. Signed, Aleph. Aleph? Alf? Alf.